Hey guys, Rami here with your third stimulus check update and stimulus package update. We finally have the package. It is 591 pages. It was out today, and this is the bill that they're going to vote on it in the House next week and hopefully pass it in the Senate in the first couple weeks of March and finally get our stimulus checks. So in this video, I just want to go over the section of the stimulus checks to really answer all the questions that you might have. So let's get right into it. So here is the bill, and it starts at page 454 and starts with eligible individuals. So first of all, I just want you to know that besides being eligible in terms of income, those of you who are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA, Railroad Retirement, you're all going to be eligible for this $1,400 check. So this is very good news. So this is going to be for the taxable year of 2021. So this is a 2021 rebate. So here we have it, the $1,400 and $2,800 in the case of a joint return, and $1,400 multiplied by the number of dependents of the taxpayer for such a taxable year. So this doesn't say anything about child dependents. So you have dependents of any age, 17, 20, 25, 80, 70, whatever. All dependents are going to be covered and they will receive $1,400 checks. Now, people who are not going to be eligible are any non-resident alien individual, any individual who is a dependent of another taxpayer for a taxable year beginning in the calendar year in which the individual's taxable year begins. So if you file taxes but you're dependent for someone else on someone else's taxes, you're not eligible, and the state or trust is not eligible. Okay. Now, as far as limitations, here we have it, the $75,000 for individuals. So individuals making $75,000 or less will get the full amount of the check. And if you increase that by $25,000 to reaching up to $100,000, it will completely cut off. It will go to zero. And for joint return, it will be $150,000. And if you add $50,000, it will go to zero. So between $150,000 to $200,000, it will phase out. After $200,000, you'll get nothing. For head of household, you're eligible if you make $112,500 or less for the full amount of the check. And if it goes up by $37,500, so $150, so it phases out from $112,500 all the way to $150. After $150, as a head of household, you get zero. Now, as far as Social Security requirements, identification number requirement, you do need a Social Security to receive the stimulus check. For individuals, you'll get the $1,400. For joint returns, there's an exception here. For joint returns, you get $1,400 if the valid identification number for only one spouse is included on the return of tax for the taxable year. So if you're in a family, let's say you're in a family of 4, and one of you has an ITIN number and one of you has a Social Security number, this person with the Social Security number will be eligible for the check, the $1,400. As far as children, the children also need to have the Social Security numbers. So that family of 4, one adult with a Social Security number, the 2 children have Social Security numbers, then you'll get 3 times $1,400. The individual with the ITIN will get nothing. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, see here it says, a dependent shall not be taken into account under subsection B2 unless the valid identification number of such dependent is included on the return of tax for the taxable year. So children need to have Social Security numbers as well. Now, there's a special rule for members of the armed forces. If one spouse was a member of the armed forces of the United States at any time during the taxable year, and the valid identification number of at least one spouse is included on the tax return for the taxable year, then you'll get the full check. So if one of you is an armed force member and one of you has Social Security number and one of you has an ITIN number, you're all going to get a stimulus check according to this. Now, about deceased individuals. If any individual who was deceased before January 1st, 2021, they will not receive a check. Now, if you're married, filing jointly, and one spouse is deceased before January 1st, 2021, I'm sorry about that, but you will receive only one check, not 2. And again, there's another special case for armed forces. If one spouse is deceased before January 1st, 2021, such deceased spouse was a member of the Armed Forces of the United States at any time during the taxable year, and the valid identification number of such deceased spouse is included on the return of the tax, the spouse shall be treated as included on the return. So then you'll get the full amount. You'll get the $2,800 instead of the $1,400 for just one person. Now, the part of timing of payments, it only says that no refund or credit shall be made or allowed under this subsection after December 31st, 2021. So basically, they can send payments all the way up to December, but we know that they do it now much faster than this, and the goal here is to get it out of the door, out of the treasury, into your bank accounts within a week from passing the Senate. Now again, something very important to remember in terms of a tax return, this is going to be based on your 2019 taxes or your 2020 taxes if you file it and the IRS accepts it already. So if your income went down in 2020 compared to 2019 and it will make you eligible for more money, you better file your taxes right away for 2020 and make sure that they accept it before they start sending out the checks. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until next year when you file your taxes, then you can still claim it, because technically this is a refund, a tax refund for 2021, which means you can still claim it next year when you file taxes in 2022. But just in case, if your income did fall or you're going to be more eligible for more money in 2020 because of this, then file your taxes right away. Again, I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you speak to your CPA. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I have to put that in there. Oh, now in terms of child support, I found this, but it was very complicated in the way they wrote it. But pretty much this check cannot be garnished by anything. No tax debt, no federal debt, and no child support. So if you are eligible for a check, you will receive a check, no garnishments whatsoever. So that's pretty much everything in this bill for the stimulus checks. Specifically, this bill has everything for the child tax credits, for the unemployment insurance, for the new rental assistance, for all the money that's in there, the 591 pages. It's a lot to go through. I'm going to go through it and try to make more videos about the other aspects of it. But for now, these are all the answers that you wanted for the $1,400 checks. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, you receive it. No garnishments for child support. Adult dependents are included, including college students and older. The phase outs, like we said before, the $100,000, $75,000 to $100,000 for individuals, $150,000 to $200,000 for married filing jointly. So this is it, guys. We have finally the bill out, and this is exciting because now next week the House will vote on it. I'm assuming it's going to be easy pass along party lines, and then it's going to go straight to the Senate. All eyes will be on Chuck Schumer to see how he handles it, and also Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. Will be very interesting to see what they say about the $15 minimum wage and the stimulus check cutoffs and all these things. They're the two Democrats that have a lot of power in passing this thing. So we're going to wait and see in the next couple of weeks. I just wanted to share this video quickly with you to let you know that the bill is actually out of the Budget Committee in the House and it's ready to be voted on. This is exciting news. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. Also, make sure to check the links in the description for the Yada Savings account and Webull Investing. For the Yada Savings, you open an account using the link below and deposit as little as $25. You'll get 100 tickets for a chance to win up to $10 million. For the Webull Investment, you deposit $100. You get free stocks that could be worth up to $1,600. Thank you again for watching. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.